This is the top secret war files from the Chinese embassy. The Russian government went to China to make diplomatic peace treaties with the Chinese. The Russian government gave up the delicacies of the Russian Empire to the Chinese king that was laced with statin medication. The Chinese king ate the food and got amnesia, and now is called sick. Please remember what Buddha declared: if the king becomes sick and die without an heir, the doctors become the legal king or queen of China. Buddha was a holy man. He gave up his seat of position, of being king, and Buddha chased into the wilderness to seek out for spiritual enlightenment through poverty. That's a lot of bullshit. This explains John F. Kennedy's assassination. This explains World War I, World War II, World War III, Bali bombing 2001, 9/11 2001, and the wars with Putin. Buddha had a massive war in his kingdom, on both sides of the Great Wall of China. Buddha ordered his doctors to dumb down his people. The doctors came back with a drug called LSD to put inside the alcoholic beverages. Buddha was not impressed by the drunken behavior of his people. Buddha turned to his doctors the second time. The doctors came back with the drug, called statin medication, to put inside the alcoholic beverages. Buddha was not impressed. Buddha believed that the doctors made a dangerous memory virus, and Buddha ordered his doctors to seek out for a cure. The doctors came back and gave Buddha the cure, that is statin medication. Buddha was overthrown by his doctors. China was conquered in a day. Please remember, the American Wright brothers invented the first airplane that was sent to China. The Chinese doctors greeted the American pilots that came from America. The Chinese doctors put the American pilots on interrogation meds to learn how to fly the planes. The American president went to China to make a peace treaty for the return of their soldiers. China agreed to terms. Please remember, China stockpiled the American planes to make war in future years to come. The American president went back to America with the Chinese ambassadors to make a peace treaty with America. The Chinese doctors that were playing to be the Chinese sultan that gave up the delicacies of the Chinese embassy that was laced with statin medication. After the American president saw his people become sick with a memory virus, the American president seek out for a cure. The American president took the statin medication. America was conquered in a day. This is what John F. Kennedy was trying to say before John F. Kennedy was assassinated. This led to World War I, World War II, World War III, Bali bombing 2001, 9/11-2001, and the war with Putin, and this list first and last war in the legal system as we know it today. This is the top secret war files from the Chinese embassy. The government has this chemical called iron-based bomb serum that injected in the blood. If you fail to get the iron-based bomb stabilizer in time, you will chain react and blow up. That's why the doctors keep the public on iron-based bomb stabilizer, because there's no way to deactivate the bomb once it's been set in motion. This explains why the doctors keep you on a drug coven 24 hours a day 7 days a week. This explains Bali bomb in 2001 and 9/11 2001 in full detail. This is a full report from the top secret war files from the Chinese embassy. The doctors dose a medical exam on an airport pilot, and that doctor give the airport pilot statin by syringe. Every airport pilot in that department get amnesia, and now they are called sick, and now they are permanently off duty. And the Chinese embassy replaced the legal system. The doctors dose a medical exam on the President of America, and that doctor give the President of America statin by syringe. Every President of America in that department get amnesia, and now they are called sick, and now they are permanently off duty. President John F. Kennedy found out about this information, and that's why John F. Kennedy was assassinated. This is the full report. This is the top secret war files from the Chinese embassy. Code News. Mum and Dad. Mum and Dad is dead. Your mum go to hospital to give birth to bubs. Your dad get the phone call to go to hospital. to see the newborn bubs. The newborn bubs get sent to the nursery. The doctors walk up to my mum and dad and say, "Mum and dad, I believe you're both suffering post-traumatic stress syndrome. Take this pill." That is a cyanide pill. Both mother and dad was stupid enough to take the pill. Both mum and dad are now dead. The doctors put the white sheet over my mum and dad because they're dead. "I'm sorry mum and dad. I wish you're still with us. I'll speak out and make their crime public. I love you mum and dad. I'll miss you, see you soon." What happens to the rest of the family? I'm sorry to report, they get executed. During World War I, attend hut, fire bang. During World War II, attend hut, fire bang. During World War III, attend hut, fire bang. What happened to one-day-old bubs? One-day-old bubs get sent to foster care to learn demon languages by a demonic school teacher of Satan. Now there is no true Bible left on earth to this day. End of quotation. Top secret war files from the Chinese embassy. The doctors get hold of the drugs, call statin or LSD, one or the other. The doctors dose a medical exam on a church minister, and that doctor give the church minister statin by syringe. Every church minister in that department get amnesia, and now they are called sick, and now they are permanently off duty. And the Chinese embassy replace the legal system. The doctors dose a medical exam on a police officer, and that doctor give the police officers statin by syringe. Every police officer in that department get amnesia, and now they are called sick, and now they are permanently off duty. And the Chinese embassy replace the legal system. The doctors dose a medical exam on a military officers, and that doctor give the military officers statin by syringe. Every military officer in that department get amnesia, and now they are called sick, and now they are permanently off duty. And the Chinese embassy replace the legal system. The doctors dose a medical exam on an airport pilot, and that doctor give the airport pilot statin by syringe. Every airport pilot in that department get amnesia, and now they are called sick, and now they are permanently off duty. And the Chinese embassy replace the legal system. The doctors dose a medical exam on the President of America, and that doctor give the President of America statin by syringe. Every President of America in that department get amnesia, and now they are called sick, and now they are permanently off duty. President John F. Kennedy found out about this information, and that's why John F. Kennedy was assassinated. This is the top secret war files from the Chinese embassy. I'm a white Englishman, racism crime, and I'm innocent on trial. You start your day, get out of bed, you have a shower, get dressed, have breakfast, send the kids off to school, vote at the state elections, at home, investigation affairs, break into my house, and looks at my Bible. If they found a Bible they are not happy with, the government send the cops to my house, and put my family under arrest. And they send my family to a black African psychiatric hospital. Please remember, I'm a white Englishman. I say, "Where my psychiatric test?" They say, "You've already done it." "No, you lying black piece of shit. Where my psychiatric test?" "Well, we have it on audio tape. Can I please do my psychiatric test?" "No, you're not allowed to repeat this test, because the psychiatric hospital forbid it." "What the matter with you, black piece of shit? You invade our land, and you eat our food, and that you do this to us." "I want my lawyer. I want my phone call." Please remember, I'm a white Englishman. When you're more cooperative, we will start listening, but you're denied your phone calls, and drugged unconscious, to help you forget about that phone call to your lawyer, so the psychiatric hospital will not be sued due to a case of amnesia. Then the psychiatric hospital put you on interrogation meds to get you to weed out the church that has the authentic Bible. Why are you so rich? Please explain. You're multi-billion-dollar success business person. Why do you write movie scripts? Who has the authentic copy of the Bible? Then you're put on interrogation meds, then LSD. At home, your house has been ransacked. You name it, they steal it. Your boat, your car, your movie awards, you name it, they steal it. Even your multi-billion-dollar bank account was even stolen. You name it, they steal it. Even your newborn twin child was also stolen, straight from the mother's womb. That day you're in hospital, the doctors said to you, "I believe you're both suffering post-traumatic stress syndrome." The doctor gives statin medication to cause amnesia. The doctors do this to the husband and wife. to get them to surrender the child, without their knowledge. At home, your house is ransacked, of all your possessions, you name it they steal it. You were rich, now you're poor, now you know. Then when you get home, you find out. When you get back home, you find out, your multi-billion-dollar bank account was stolen, and new bank account, to replace old bank account. You're given a $1,000 pension, and you're given a multi-billion-dollar debt that no man can pay. You call out on your family for help. Your work site has a restraining order on it, not to contact you by law. They give you the ghost treatment. The psychiatric hospital puts restraining laws all over the system to withhold information, confiscate paychecks, and worksite agreements. Then you have to pay this multi-billion-dollar debt. You don't have the money for it. It is the repo men. The repo men. Let's do it. Then they commit a multi-billion-dollar robbery on property that you own legally by law. Now it is all being called repo property. You get kicked out on the street, then you're homeless, then you get sent to jail. You know what debt, pay off what debt. This is a multi-billion-dollar robbery, done to a white Englishman. A church police officer did a background check to find out what happened to this church minister. The church did a background investigation. What happened about the multi-billion-dollar robbery done to the church? The church peeled away and became a racist church. The church became the Ku Klux Klan. Told this story to her airport pilot. The airport pilot flipped out. Their last words were, "Vengeance be mine, saith the Lord, and I shall repay." This is why 9/11-2001 happened. 9/11-2001, the church peeled away and became a racist church, known as the Ku Klux Klan. This is full story. Thanks for reading. This is anonymous security reporting. This is the top secret war files from the Chinese embassy. This is the top secret war files from the Chinese embassy. The taxman a conman, the taxman a criminal. You write a movie script, or sing a song title, it's worth $100. I'm sorry to report, 142 tax agencies sending you a tax bill. 142 tax agencies said, I want $20 tax. $20 x 142 equals $2,840 in tax debt. This is proof the tax agencies committing first-degree robbery. The criminal commits a multi-billion-dollar robbery on the public and gets sent to jail, then gets sent to court. The criminal said, I've learned my lesson. I won't do this again. The criminal apologizes to the courts for the crime. The court orders the criminal to pay back the debts back to the courts. The criminals fingers of the legal system and tell the courts to get fucked. In secret, the court orders them to pay back this debit back to the court for their freedom, for their multi-billion-dollar robbery on the public. The criminal fingers the legal courts and tell them to get fucked, and the court judge doesn't see this. The criminal thinks up her idea to outsmart the courts. The criminal now plays to be the taxman. The criminal gets investigation affairs to do background checks on the public so they don't pick on the police department, government department. Please remember, this criminal committed a multi-billion-dollar robbery the first time and never learned the lesson. Please remember what happened first. The criminal committed a multi-billion-dollar robbery on the public, then was sent to jail. Then the criminal was sent to court to pay back this criminal debt. The criminal fingers the legal system and says in private, I'm not gonna pay back this debt. They never learned their lessons the first time. The criminal now plays to be the tax man. The same crime happens all over again. Now criminal is lies to the public and claim be the taxman to commit a multi-billion-dollar robbery all over again. This time it is on the public. The public never saw this one coming. Now the public now pay on by the criminal tax bill, that paying off their criminal fines and charges through lying to the public and claiming to be the taxman. The criminal pays off their criminal fines and charges through the public spotlight. This never get caught up to by the government. Top secret war files from the Chinese embassy. Spiritual warfare prayers, the original and the best. To the Holy Spirit, to the brightest nights, let subspace eland dra, be the Lord of my mind. Let those who worship the spirits of voodoo be cast asunder by subspace Chi, and I lose subspace Chi and the power of her love throughout God's kingdom and over our life to fill us up to overflowing this day and night. Subspace Chi, holy domain, to overflowing let it be cast asunder to overflowing. and I command Satan, and all your demons, and angels, and Antichrist members, and Caesars of many kinds, and spirits of ownership, to bow down, to overflowing let it be, and return to the abyss, to overflowing let it be. Case closed.